Hi, welcome to day one of our 30-day swing challenge. Thank you so much for joining us. So today I want to focus on the spine. So mainly I created the aerial yoga play practice using the AYRx yoga swing specifically to open and align the spine. Now, most people that I work with in my private healing practice have some sort of lower back or shoulder and neck issue, and this is a great way to address that is safe, easy, and supported. So we're going to learn some basics today with the swing. Okay, and I zoomed out a little bit so you guys can see the whole frame, but I want to start by introducing the equipment. These are the handholds. There are 2 leg loops, and then the main swing, and everything spreads out. So it's super stretchy and super comfortable. So it's best to do this 30-day challenge with this specific yoga swing. You can go to aerialyogaplay.com to order one. If you have a different swing, it's no problem. Just follow along. It just might not translate exactly, and then you're just going to have to be creative and modify. Okay, so we're going to get started by putting the swing behind our back. Okay, so the swing is I'm going to turn around so you can see a little bit better for this. The swing is going to go low near the bottom of the ribs, so when you sit back and down, it's behind the heart. If you start with the swing too high, where it slides up underneath the shoulder blades, it's going to pinch the underarms and it doesn't feel great. Okay, so try that. Try getting the swing nice and low on the back so that it can open up the heart. We're going to push the swing down with our forearms, sit straight back, walk your feet forward. I like to use these really cute round mats that define the space. We're going to get out of the linear movements and get more into the spherical and the spins and spirals of the body. So we want to get in tune with that spherical nature. So every cell in our body is round. It's a ball. So the rectangular, the boxy, the linear movements don't really work for the energetic body. So the first thing we want to do is get connected to our forearms. This is going to lift the chest. So just take a couple breaths to pulse and push your forearms into the swing to lift. Exhale, lower down. So the next thing we're going to work on after we take a couple pulses here is where your hips are in space. Okay, so after you get connected to lifting the sternum, which is going to rearrange the posture, I want you to bring your hands down to your hips. Most people are pushing their hips forward, which means their lower back is really tight. And I want you to push your pubic bone down and back, so you're scooping your pelvis under. So that way you have a deep hip crease and your knees are in line with your ankles. So my feet are turned out 45 degrees. I call this position a sumo squat. Now beyond the 5 minutes we're going to do today, I welcome you to go to the YouTube channel, Jen Healy 1, and look up Aerial Yoga Play and continue with some of the intro workshops that I've created. Okay, so just get used to the swing, get used to your spine hanging. So what we want to do is traction the spine out of the pelvis to get the maximum amount of space in between the vertebrae. Okay, so this is an upright position. We're going to do some of those upside down and inverted in about a week or so. So we're going to take our time with the swing. Now, if you ever get tired of this pressure under the arm because it is new, you're going to straighten your arm, you're going to straighten your legs and push your hips up towards the sky. Now, when you push up, the swing is going to slide down. Okay, you can use your forearms to help it come down, and now you're in a little bit of a supported back bend. Open your arms wide, come back into a forearm press, and let yourself sink back down. So you'll probably notice in a lot of the videos, I tend to undulate a lot. Okay, I call it swagger. So we're going to have a little swaying and swagger motion in the swing. Okay, we want to have some fun with it at the same time of opening the spine. So for this particular sequence, we're going to go really slow. We're just going to sway from side to side. We're going to twist the pelvis. So we push one knee forward and pull the other knee back, and then we're going to change sides. So try pulling the left knee back and pushing the right knee forward, and then pull the right knee back, push the left knee forward. So this is actually going to tilt the hips. So it's not just side to side. So most people are working like one solid block in their torso. And we're going to start to open up the spins and the spirals, okay? So I'm just using my hands as a directional. You can keep your hands, forearms pressing into the swing, or go ahead and use your hands on your hips if that helps create the spin and the spiral. So the knees are not collapsing in. I'm keeping the knees open. I'm just pushing one knee forward and pulling the other knee back, and that's going to loosen up the pelvis. Make sure your pubic bone is tucked under. Okay, there's a tendency to push the hips forward. I want you to get used to this tuck so that you can get that maximum space. Okay, if you're tucking, then the pelvis is locked. It's not able to drop and sink straight down. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and take pressure off the underarms one more time. We just have a few more minutes today. Nice and easy. Straighten the legs. Push the hips up towards the sky. Open the arms wide. Come into a supported back bend. If you want to go deeper into your back bend, bring your arms up overhead. Overhead and stretch, stretch, stretch your fingertips away from your toes. Come back into the forearm press. Exhale, sink the hips down. Bend the knees. Rock it out from side to side. I promise you, if you do this 5 minutes every day, you're going to really notice a difference, not only in your posture by getting the sternum to lift up. We have the sternum lifting up and the pubic bone moving down, and the tractioning of these particular parts of the body in opposite directions is going to open up the front of the spine. And this is the part that gets really stuck and really congested with all of the sitting and driving and computer work and all of that compression that happens in the spine. So this is my number one position called Sumo squat that I like to use to open up the spine. You can see from Sumo squat, you can straighten the legs one more time, come into a supported back bend, either arms straight up overhead if your neck is okay with that, or open up wide, blossom the heart towards the sky. Exhale, forearm press. Keep the chest lifted, let the pubic bone tuck under, okay, and rock. Rock from side to side. Loop-de-loops, figure eights, whatever feels good. So go ahead and stay here for a few more minutes on your own. Like I said, go ahead and check out some of the other videos if you feel like continuing on and trying some new poses, but just do this pose for 5 minutes every day and see how it feels. Feel free to do that longer if you like. And then we're going to add on from there. Thank you so much for joining us for our 30-day swing challenge. I hope you stick with us. Please put your comments in the section below on the video so that you can participate in the chance to win the free yoga swing at the end of the 30 days. Thank you so much. Namaste. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you tomorrow.